Hey guys, it's Mel here with Tech from Another Perspective, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Asus transformer pad TF701T. Now, I would like to thank Asus for sending this out to me for review. Wouldn't be possible without them. Check them out. They do great tablets and laptops and graphics cards and motherboards and whatnot, anything. And so let's get into the video. So instantly you can see you are welcomed by the Asus transformer pad right here, and there's actually just what it looks like. So we'll just zoom in, and there you go. You have your nice camera right here with your Asus logo right there. Just move this a bit, and I'm just going to put this to one side. So this is actually a transform pad, so it means there's two parts to it, as I will demonstrate later. So on the actual tablet itself, you can see that there is a audio jack right here. There is a micro USB slot right here, and this is nothing, I believe actually it's an SD card slot. And right here you have your charger port. So this is actually attached to the keyboard which comes along with it. That's why it's called transform pad. On the actual tablet also here you have your volume up and down and power button right here, and like I've shown camera. Let's turn this to another side. So right here you have your one USB port, which is actually USB 3.0, which is amazing. And right here is actually an SD card slot, so it has a place of writing, so no dust or anything will get in. But I do not have an SD card to put in this tablet, or transform pad rather. So we're just going to open this up, lid. So just lift this up, and instantly you can see we are greeted by Android 4.2 or 4.3, I believe it's either one of them. And you can see that this is pretty nice, and it works like a full laptop. But before I get into the actual features, I'm just going to show you the keyboard which is attached. So we're just going to zoom in, and right here you can see that this is the touchpad, so it actually works, and you can actually use it to go on to certain apps or scroll down, anything you want to do with touchpad. And here is the keyboard. It's quite nice. It's the kind of keyboard you'd get on a laptop, maybe on an ultrabook. It's quite nice. Not kind of crappy like you have on some add-ons to when you have an iPad. You want a keyboard. The keyboard is actually not that great. However, this is amazing. I've actually typed an essay on it and I had no problems with it. But it has full functionality. So here you have a home button, a function buttons for all the functions which are right at the top there. And you can see that here, if I zoom in even more and bring this forward, then you can see that right here is actually a Wi-Fi button, a Bluetooth button. What's this? This is to turn off the touchpad, and this is a brightness down, brightness up, auto brightness. This takes a screenshot. This opens internet. This opens settings. Go back, pause and play, go forward, mute. And right here, mute, right here is the volume down, volume up, and to lock it, which works. So I'm just going to zoom out, and we'll just turn this on. So I haven't actually put a password on this, so we just have this normal Android. And right here you can see that this is the actual tablet, and it's powered by an NVIDIA Tegra 4, which is pretty powerful, and I think it's 1.9 gigahertz quad core. And I've actually tried some apps on it and it's pretty good. And like I've said, the keyboard has full functionality, and I'll show you that in a bit. But it runs a stock Android with a kind of Asus theme. but you can see that this is stock Android, and there's no problem with the swiftness. You can see that it's very swift, very fast, very fluid. And here we go, and so on. And I'm just going to show you a game that we have here. So we tried GT Racing 2. Turn this volume down for music. And I believe that this does also have a HD screen, which is quite amazing. So you can, like I've said, you can actually use a touchpad here, so you can see the mouse cursor. So let's just press race. So this will show you the gaming performance and the actual game keyboard itself. So you can actually see I can control with arrows, which is amazing. And this is just good, and you can see that there's no performance issues. It's pretty smooth. And oops, I've been looking at the cameras, so, which isn't in real time, so I crashed. What's bad about this is that you can't actually do like brake and stuff. I've tried a lot of different buttons, but I couldn't brake, so I had to still touch the screen. And you see that touch controls still work. But here you can see no performance issues and whatsoever. And I think I did just find brake, I'm not sure. Nope, I didn't. Just braked automatically. And this is a very, let's say it's fairly intensive on the graphics. However, it's still having no problems running it. And that is just brilliant. So there we go with it. And oh, looks like we haven't found a brake, sort of. No, I keep pressing something and it breaks. Quite unsure what it is. And we have 30 seconds of this left, so I'll just show you the full thing to get, so you get an experience. And I'm going to stop talking for these 30 seconds. I wonder if I'm going to make it. I don't think I'm going to make it with the amount of times I've actually crashed. 3, 2, oh, against the clock, against the clock, against the clock. I just about made it. Made it third. Oops. I improved on that on my own time, but let's just quickly forward. But you can see it's just really fast processing, no problems whatsoever. And we'll just skip this. So right here I also have other apps, so like April Pool and so on. And it's actually updating the app that I was using, which is quite cool. We're going to look at a Wi-Fi test as well as Antutu. So I believe I have Antutu already. So here is Antutu benchmark, and I'm just going to do a test. And here you see I've done a test before and it scored 30,118, which is pretty amazing, because if you compare that to other devices, then you'll see how amazing it is in performance and so on. And we're just going to run another tool to test actually. So let's get to this. User profile, wrong one. So I'll just reopen this, as I do not know how to get back. So test again, test, and now it's running a test. I can do this, although I'm not meant to, I can. So it's currently on 27%, and actually I'll just lift this back to where it was. Here we go, and I put this where this was, and refocus. Here we go, 34%. 57%, and we're soon going to get into the 2D and 3D test. What I dislike about Antutu is that it takes longer to do than the Geekbench test. And we're on 70%, we're almost on to the 2D test. Here we go, we're on 2D test, and you can see how fine it's looking. No performance issues whatsoever. However, this video is going to be recording at 25 FPS, so you won't be really able to see it. So the 3D test is going to be where it's at, as it does show the FPS. So right here is where it's at. So you see that it's actually doing a good FPS, places like that. And we have 36 FPS, 34 FPS, 32 FPS, so on. It's smooth enough. And here we go, 35 FPS, 28 FPS, 28 FPS. And the test is done, and right here we actually scored a bit of a higher score, 32,591, and that is just under the LG G2, which is pretty amazing considering that has a Snapdragon 800 processor, which is one of the best in the world. And it smashes Samsung Galaxy S4, which is my phone, which is in repair right now, which is annoying. But here you see the benchmark, and yes. So I'm just going to show you one more thing. So if you do want to change it from a tablet from a notebook to a tablet, then all you have to do is switch, lift up, and here you go. You have a tablet right here, and it's quite awesome. And so it just works like a tablet. The keyboard does not work or anything, so you can't press home. So let's go on this. You can't press home because it's not wireless. However, if I put this back in, put this like that, and here we go. I think this is in. Yes, it is. So it says that I have 60% charge and 0% charge on the keyboard. What the keyboard actually does is stores charge. So when your Asus pad is actually on something like 70% maybe, it will take the charge from the keyboard and then end up charging your tablet, which is quite an amazing feature in my opinion. In terms of design, I'll just say this is quite nice. I think this Asus have done it well. Doesn't feel too premium, however it doesn't feel too cheap. Price point I think is kind of worth it, considering you get a good tablet as well as the keyboard, which makes it much better. It's fully functioning. It's not just keyboard, you also get touchpad. I would recommend this, and yeah, that's it for the review. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a comment below, subscribe and like the video. Once again, thanks to Asus UK for sending this out to me for review. Wouldn't be possible without them. This is Mahel here with Tech from My Perspective, reviewing the Asus Transformer Pad TF701T, and I'm out. Peace.